while, but I figured, you know what, I've got some time today. Why not do a little live stream? I haven't done one in quite a while, and I thought it'd be fun to catch up with y'all and just do some yo-yo tricks. So, hope y'all enjoy this laid back stream. Probably will be on the shorter side, but that is totally fine. Happiest Saturdays, y'all. Hope y'all are enjoying your weekend. It's been a bit of a laid back Saturday, mowing the lawn, doing some chores around the house, but I'm gonna go to a Pokemon event here in a little bit, so should be fun. Looking forward to it. Still working on 5A. But it is 5A after all. Dang, unfortunate. There we go. There we go. That's more what we were going for. Yo, how's it going? Welcome. Welcome, Mr. D. Welcome, Vladimir. Good to see y'all. Hope you're having an excellent weekend. Got to clean that bearing. It's a little too responsive. But that is a-okay. Your name is Dominic. Well, it's good to meet you, Dominic. Thanks for hopping on the stream. I appreciate that, Vladimir. I do what I can. I've been yo-yoing for a long time, so it's just fun to share it where I can. And with it being 5A May, which is counterweight style, thought it'd be fun to do a little bit of counterweight yo-yoing this time around. I know a couple of tricks here and there. So it's fun. But my main style actually is off string, where the yo-yo flies into the air. So that's my actual main style. So it's fun. Still getting used to this new yo-yo with the strings that I have. It's a little, the response is still something I'm getting used to, but it's fun. So close. So close. How's everybody's weekend going so far? Dang, so close. It's a fun style, but it's hard, I'll tell you that. So close. So close. Almost had that one. Well, that happens sometimes. Oh gosh, that happens sometimes. Yo, how's it going, Turbo? I appreciate that, Vladimir. Thank you. It's fun. I've been doing this for over half my life at this point, so it's a fun hobby. I like to be creative with it where I can. So close. There we go. What are some of y'all's hobbies? This is one I've done ever since I was in like junior high. So it's been a while. It's good to see you back in action. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it's nice to be back. Like, I've been dealing with a bunch of health issues over the last like year and a half, and so it's like been very sporadic when I will feel up to streaming or to making videos, but I appreciate y'all's patience with that. Always prioritize your health. You're from the US? Awesome. I too am from the US. It's good to see you, Tony. How are you doing, my friend? It's always a fun one. Oops. Still need to work on my momentum being more even between the yo-yo and the counterweight, but you know, we're getting there. It is 5 a.m. after all, so it is a good time to be practicing it. I want to get better at front style for 5-8, but I feel like I don't really quite grasp the momentum at the moment. But you know, we're getting there. We are getting there. Yo, how is it going, Max? Is this 3A? This is actually 5A. 3A is when you have two long spinning yo-yos. So two unresponsive yo-yos. and it's kind of the style for May. So like um, generally like every year there will be like a few months where where the yo-yo community will focus on a specific style. So like April is for 2A, so 2 April. 3A, when is it 3A May? No. I'm trying to remember if there is a month for 3A or not, but there's Offspring October, there's Mobius in September, there's Fixed Axle February, there's a bunch of them. And so for May, it's 5A, which is counterweight, which is a lot of fun. Actually, like, encourages you to try out some of the different styles and not just only do one, which I think is a good thing. It's fun to be well-rounded. And there's a lot you can learn from the different styles anyway. Is Offstring 2A? Offstring is 4A. Yep, Offstring is 4A. Can you do can I do solo hum? Ow. The counterweight straight to the face. Can I do solo hum? Yeah, I can do some solo hum. That was quite the counterweight to the face, though, I'm not gonna lie. That's why you need to be careful when you're reading chat while yo-yoing, so you don't just absolutely nail yourself in the face with a counterweight. I can do a little bit of solo hum for you. Let me just grab both yo-yos and both strings. Yeah, I got you. Just gotta get it set up real quick. Since it's with two yo-yos at the same time, it takes a little bit more to set it up, but this is solo hum, where both yo-yos are off string and spinning at the same time. Whoops. It's a little tricky, as you could probably tell, but it's a fun style. Like a couple years ago, I did like an entire month, or a year or two ago, I did an entire month of solo hum, and it helped me a lot. Close. Almost got the anti-spin. It's a hard style. It's fun, but it's very punishing, I'll tell you that. I'll give anti-spin one more shot. We'll see if we can like actually land it. Oh dude, I do not know how to do sword dancer, I'm sorry. If I did, I would be competing at a much higher level than I am currently. There we go. That was a solid anti-spin. The only problem now is that I need to dismount. Seriously? I need to switch the spacer settings on this. I feel like the spacers I'm using compared to my string makes it slightly too unresponsive. So I need to either use thicker string or use spacers that make the gap width a little bit tighter, so that it's a little bit more responsive, because I'm just not used to it being as unresponsive as it is. Dang. You see, like, with my standard spacer setup, that bind would have worked and I would have gotten it back, and you know, it is what it is. Can I do Spider-Man? I'm so bad at Spider-Man. I tried for a long time to get good at Spider-Man, and then I eventually took a break. I should probably try again, to be honest. Because Spider-Man, yeah. Spider-Man is tricky with the timing, I'll tell you that much. Dang. I hit it like once or twice on stream like 2 years ago. Yeah, too high. What yo-yo do I recommend for offstring? There's a ton of good ones, honestly. Like, this one is an unreleased one. Like, unreleased is it? This one is coming soon. It was released in Japan, I believe at Japan Nationals. But this is a new offstring yo-yo from Unparalleled. It's a fun one. I'm just getting used to it because I just got it, so and it plays quite a bit different than the yo-yos I'm used to. It plays really nice. I'm just not used to it. Um, but I really like the um, the Boundless from Wild. I like the C3 Contrail and EOM. Um, there's a lot of really good off-string yo-yos on the market right now, honestly. Dang. You got a flight one. The flight is a decent yo-yo. It's good for getting started. I would recommend a more durable yo-yo if you can get one. Um, and Yo-Yo Factory and Japan Tech actually just did a collaboration yo-yo that looks really good. I haven't had a chance to try it because it just came out, but it looks pretty good. I think it's called the Flight Tech. Um, it looks pretty good. And it is POM, which is a machined plastic versus an injection mold or polycarbonate. So that I appreciate that in an off-string yo-yo. Not all of my favorites are POM, but a lot of them are. So I could show you an example of like the difference. So like this is polycarb, so it's like a little bit more translucent. Whereas one like this is POM. This is the C3 Caldera, also a really great yo-yo. I enjoyed a lot. But it's more machined plastic, so it's like it's a little bit more durable. In my opinion, it's a little smoother. I like it. But that said, though, I mean, there's a ton of really good polycarb ones as well. No worries, Milo. Good to see you, my friend. And yes, Tony, it is very difficult. I agree. But yeah, there's a lot of really good off-string yo-yos on the market at the moment, so you really can't go wrong with most of them. At, at this point, it's pretty much just like down to preference more than anything. Dang. Lost my grip on that one, which happens. I think, but I don't know if I've tried neck tricks with this yo-yo. So close. Ooh. I genuinely cannot believe I saved that. That was so off. Like that was extremely off-centered for that. Is this the unparalleled one? Yes, it is. The new unparalleled off-string. Coming soon to the US. I do not know when the release date is, but it was released, I believe, at Japan Nationals like a month ago or two, whenever Japan Nationals was. So close. Still getting used to it just because it plays very differently from the yo-yos I'm used to, but it plays really nice. Like, I like it. It's just what I've noticed is that, like, especially for X Division, like, the differences between the yo-yos matter way more than I thought they would, especially for off-string. Because, like, yes, it's personal preference, but, like, they play so differently. So, like, for example, my main competition off-string yo-yo is the Wild Boundless. Love this thing. It's a great yo-yo. But they play wildly different, pun intended. So like the unparalleled off-string is a pretty sizable amount smaller in terms of diameter, but in terms of width, it's actually a little bit wider. It's hard to really showcase it, but like it's slightly wider on the unparalleled off-string. And the shape is a little bit more flared out comparatively. The rings are a little bit different, stuff like that. So like those seemingly small differences make them play very differently. So like the Boundless, for example, tends to be like if we think about like kickback for instance, like how much the yo-yo wants to fly back to you when you throw it forward, like you kind of have to really coax the unparalleled off-string yo-yo to come back to you, whereas um, the boundless wants to come back, and it'll probably come back a lot. Like, so it wants to come back to my hand, and so I don't have to put as much effort into getting it to come back, which, you know, has its pros and cons. They're both great yo-yos, they just play very differently, partially because of that nuance with kickback. They also have different gap widths right now because I'm using different spacers. And so like the spacer setup I have on the boundless is a little bit slimmer than the spacer setup I have on the unparalleled. So I'm more likely to actually hit most of my lines, at least. Whereas like I still need to figure out the setup a little better on the unparalleled one. But they're both really good. Just it takes a lot more getting used to for me on new off-string yo-yos than on like new 1A yo-yos. But I've also been playing 1A for way longer, so I don't know. Rewind has some new soft end off-string yo-yos. Which one? Like the Viper remix kind of stuff, like where it has like the kind of squishy soft ends that are like rubber. Are those the ones that you're talking about? That are like made for indoors? Dang it, thought that was gonna work. It did not. Because if it's those, they look cool. I just haven't tried them yet. You haven't tried many higher end 4A yo-yos. Start with flight. After a while, I felt like you was holding me back. Yeah, the flight is a good one for getting started. It's a cheap entry level off-string yo-yo, and it can get the job done. It's not my favorite. I think there are like better entry level off-string yo-yos in my opinion, but it really comes down to preference. I would say if you wanted a solid all-rounder yo-yo that's not too expensive, the C3 Contrail is really good. It's like $50, 50, 55, somewhere around there, and it's very capable. But you could even go a little bit lower than that and use like the Magic Yo-Yo. I want to say it's T3, it's T2 or T3, whatever the newer one is. That one's really pretty good, and it's like $30 or something. Like it's like there are some reasonably priced off-string yo-yos. Now there are some that are a lot more expensive. Like the Caldera is an awesome yo-yo, but it's like 115 or 120 or something. Incredible yo-yo, but it's also, you know, more than double the price of some of these other ones. So like if you're getting into off-string, you don't necessarily need to spend $120 on a good yo-yo. You can get a really solid one for, you know, like 40 to 70-ish, with a lot of good ones being around the 50 to 60 range. I think I am going to wrap up the live here for now. Just wanted to do a quick live, see how y'all were doing. I appreciate you for being here. I'm hoping to start doing live streams a little bit more often because they're fun. It's a chill way to get some yo-yo practice in, and it's nice to hang out with y'all. So I appreciate you for being here. You got some bounds a while back and the huge difference. Absolutely, the bounds are really good. You got some no scopes as well. Nice. I haven't tried the no scopes, but I know I've tried the bounds before, and I used to have a pair or two of them, and they were really good. But yeah, in any case, appreciate y'all for being here. Can any yo-yo be used for counterweight? Pretty much any 1A yo-yo can, yeah. I mean, there are yo-yos that are better for it than others, but it's kind of, again, down to personal preference. and then the nuances of like how heavy your counterweight is compared to your yo-yo, how long your string is. Like, there's a whole rabbit hole for that. But pretty much any 1A yo-yo can be used for 5A for the most part. But in any case, have a great weekend, y'all. I'm hoping to start live streaming a little bit more frequently, so stay tuned for that. Maybe I'll start doing like once a week on Saturdays or something. We'll see. Trying to figure that out at the moment. But I appreciate your patience, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend.